Ladies and gentlemen, I am Shattered Armor, and this is your brave State of the Alliance address. Jinx unfortunately could not be here today, as he has been banished to a small Caribbean island. He's currently laying on a beach trying to wrangle up some sea turtles in order to escape before he runs out of rum. Hopefully he makes it back before the fighting starts. The State of Brave is strong. The Imperium as a whole is even stronger. Our coalition has decided that it is time to push the North over the coming weeks and months. Now, if you turn your attention to Dotland, you'll note that the majority of that area is currently held by Pan-Fam Coalition. So obviously, I'm sure you can guess what's about to happen. During Asher's State of the Goonion address, he made it clear that Goonswarm intends to attack the southern borders of Pan-Fam, including regions like Innsmother. This will be a full coalition deployment. Every and all ships will be required for this effort. Every single alliance will be expected to contribute to this. Brave Collective ourselves will be restaging doctrines to the theater, as well as all combat capitals and super capitals. With Imperium poised to invade Pan-Fam's southern border, Pan-Fam has been given an ultimatum. They can either turtle up, pull everyone home, and reinforce those southern regions in order to stop Imperium from making grounds in that area, or they can declare those regions not worth defending, floodplains as it were, and instead choose to go after Imperium's flank. Due to the simple geography and NPC space allocation, that flank, unfortunately, is us. The Southwest Imperium region would be the most likely target should Pan-Fam decide to go on the offensive. In this event, Brave Collective, Dracaris, Sons of Brain, Get Off My Lawn, and Invidia Gloria Comes may face increased pressure from Pan-Fam's counterattack. I'm sure you guys have heard this one before. With that, we need all of you to start getting ready. Effective immediately, Brave Collective is moving to Beacon 2 status. We are now on active war footing. Your priorities as individuals need to be banking enough ISK to buy a couple nights worth of fleet reships based on what you normally fly. Finish up any last minute training you need to get through in order to fly any particular doctrine ship that you're close to flying. Maybe consider burning some of that SP that CCP just tossed our way over the last month. Lastly, and I say this with a very strong word of caution, is take a look at your hangars, figure out what doesn't need to be there. We will, without a doubt, need to continue building the massive quantities of ships that get swallowed up by the E3 market for home defense, standing fleet, and fleet fights, and now the ships that we deploy on the front lines of this war. So now is the time to ramp up your Indy output, not throttle it. But take a look at your hangars and consider this is brave, and packing light is a way of life. So figure out if you really need that 20th Standing Fleet Caracal or that 3rd Ratting Marauder in your hangar. With that, we're also making some adjustments to our Doctrine fits to account for the Legion patch. We have an update to the Nightmare Doctrine. Hasn't been put on the wiki yet, but it'll be updated there shortly. It's having its cost reduced because the new native bonuses and resistances coming out with Legion will make it a very powerful doctrine for null-sec engagements. It'll come paired with a new Scimitar variant, adjusted to take advantage of its SIG radius reduction bonus, making it a very useful doctrine to run alongside them and very hard to track in large-scale engagements. Next, we are introducing a new special interest group, along with new incentives to encourage supporting fleet fights with your alts. Brave Squared is a program open to anyone who has or is interested in making a second character, or could even be your 20th, or just anyone who wants to start learning how to multi-box in PvP fleet fights. The skill plans that we've developed are based around the Caldari T2 frigate lineup and allow you to supply fast tackle, ECM, and even Black Ops bomber support to yourself and your fellow Brave members, culminating in being able to finally fly a specific variant of the Soul Ripper Flycatcher doctrine. The skill plans are very specific, but even can be partially bypassed if you decide to roll a brand new Omega for this purpose and use the free 1 million SP referral. That gets you into a fleet-capable Condor and Griffin on day 1, after which we will provide you a handout of a cache of those ships, as well as a set of training implants in order to speed up your training in the rest of the doctrines in that SIG, in order to start practicing the art of N+1. Lastly, with Imperium on the offensive, we are about to forward deploy our Rokes to the Oh Shit Keepstar and set jump clones there in order to support this offensive. Anytime we're at home, our priorities are to watch for signs of a push from Horde and respond to with any and all means to keep them from making gains in our space. Delve, while this fighting goes on, needs to become a fortress. Brave has plenty of experience being on the receiving end of the attacking side, of an invasion in Delve. So we know that if it comes to it, Helm's Deep is our best fallback position in order to maintain a foothold in the region. If you wonder why we originally decided to stage an E3 and not 1DQ, now you have your answer. We've spent the last 18 months building ourselves up to this point, and we have put the resources to sustain a prolonged war and siege, if we have to, of Delve. Now, it's time to put those resources to use. The war chest has been prepared, plans are being laid out, and all the contingencies are in place. All I need from each and every one of you is to be around to defend our space, join fleets when they get pinged, and do your part for the war effort, both in defensive and offensive action. We're going to need ADMs run up, we're going to need our space patrolled for hostile gangs, troll and toast is stopped, and most importantly, when those fleet pings go out, as many people shipping up to face our enemies head on.